I decided to go outside because there was such a nice sun just like 8 minutes ago, but still it's quite warm. It was freezing temperature in the morning, and tomorrow I'm riding 400 kilometers ride on my e-bike, which will be interesting. So while you are watching this video, I'm probably on my way. I'm leaving 5 a.m. And it could take just about 20 hours for me to make those 400 kilometers. I'm going to go from my city, Zielona Góra, Green Hill, up north to the Baltic Sea. It's going to be interesting. But today, Orbea. I was working lately on finding out the ways to show you more brands on my channel, and here you have it. Spanish bikes. First time when I heard about Orbea, it was actually because of Julian Absalon, who was riding beautiful Orbea Alma. It was white, blue and black, if I remember correctly. Nicely shaped hardtail. Today, Orbea Oiz, I'm gonna be testing also the road bikes from Orbea for you, and the Oiz Carbon, because this one is aluminum. I'm gonna just briefly tell you what's my first impression about the bike. I haven't even ridden the bike. I just want to show you and tell you that there will be more brands on the channel in 2020, because this is already 2020 model. H30, that's the model of this Oiz. You spell it O-I-Z. You would notice, but this is not a carbon frame, this is alloy frame. The welds are smoothened. So first thing I can tell you for sure is that Orbea has been working a lot on the frame. It's not just a budget full suspension bike with the lowest components possibly, and no matter how it will look like and what kinematics it will have. They've been working on this frame a lot, I can tell you that. And when you look at the shaping on the frame, it is very alike the carbon one. You don't really see the welds here on the outer side of the swing arm. You don't see the welds at all. On the inside you see a little bit, but those are smoothened as well. So all these joints, all these connections look very smooth, very nice. Even the bottom bracket area, which has huge welds, looks very good. So this is something I can really praise here. Beautiful connection here with the bottom bracket shell. This is nice. Another thing about the frame is that just as the carbon bikes, this one does have the I-line system, which is the remote lockout cable routed inside the top tube and going straight into the Fox. So this is something that Orbea was working with Fox on, and this works very well. On my full suspension Merida, I have the cable right here, and I can like hit it with my hand when taking the bottle with water. So this is done very nicely, and since you don't really need to replace the cable like at all, I've never replaced the cables on my mechanical remote lockouts ever on any on my bikes. It's okay to have it inside here. This is the medium size frame, and you still have two bottle cages mounts, one on the seat tube and 3 different bolts on the main tube, which means you can mount a smaller bottle higher or a larger one lower. So this is a great option. I love this. So this is number 2. Nice technologies. Number 1, pretty nice smoothening of the welds. Number 3, you've got Fox at the front, Fox at the rear. So there was no money saving on the suspension. You've got the 32 rhythm in the front, and you've got the float DPS performance the rear, and lockout with one remote. So one remote control for both at the same time, front and rear. This is nice. So we can say that this is an affordable full suspension cross-country marathon bike which has 120 millimeters of travel. it is affordable, and this is also a good platform for upgrading it, because, well, there is some things to upgrade. If you look at the drivetrain, you're getting the non-group set MT610 crankset, which is not with the hollow crank arms. So this is pretty low component. Then you've got the SLX rear derailleur and SLX shifter, but the cassette is not SLX. This is the Sunrace. Sunrace does make great products as well, but I was going to compare the SLX 12-speed drivetrain to my XTR 12-speed drivetrain, which I'm building on my new hardtail. I'm sorry, but unfortunately this is Sunrace, so I'm not going to be able to do that comparison. And on this one we have 1151 cassette. So just for a short reminder, SRAM have 1050, or on the NX and SX Eagle they have 1150. Shimano has 1051 or also 1045 option on the 12-speed cassette, and here we have 1151. So this is it. The hubs, I think the hubs will be the first thing I would replace. These are the MT400, so something like Altus, I think. Hubs, I don't really like the way they work, and also they are not very durable. We'll see about this bike. But the sealing of those hubs is not the highest quality. And then tires, we've got the Icon at the front, 2.2, so not super wide, and we've got the Ardent Race 2.2 at the front. So Icon rear, Ardent front, both from Maxxis. Are these tubeless ready? Yes. 25 millimeters tubeless ready rims. So this is good. This is no old school already 22.5. We've got 25 millimeters tubeless ready rims. These are just some rims, some aluminum rims. But the frame set, the suspension, the kinematics actually will be, I think, just the same as on the carbon version. It's just about the weight. The alloy will weigh more, and I'm gonna compare for you the 100 millimeters travel cross-country full suspension bike versus 120. What's the difference? It's not just about 20 millimeters of travel. It's not that you have just more travel. It's how you can adjust the travel, which has the suspension which has those 20 millimeters more, and how it will behave at the beginning of the stroke. That's an interesting thing. This is going to be a very fast bike, so especially for fast marathons on a bumpy ground, this, which is heavier, but then the weight doesn't matter that much, this is going to be just faster, smoother, energy saving bike. So Orbea Oiz H30. In the future there will be also a carbon one, and then road bikes. And just after tomorrow's trip on Friday, I'm gonna recover. So Saturday, Sunday, I'm trying this one. If you have questions, put those in the comments. I will check out anything for you on this bike. I'm happy to have more brands finally. See ya, guys.